Shizada Umar Draz is getting ready for the next delivery to bowl to Shahid. He's not out on 26. This time beaten, comprehensively beaten, and the ball went through to the hands of the wicket keeper. So score remained it's 55 for the loss of one wicket. Shahzada reaching the top of his mark. He comes in, bowls to Khalid. This was turned it away past the square leg, and Khalid takes a single. It's 56 for the loss of one wicket. End of the over number 7 overs just completed. It's 56 for the loss of one wicket by Netsol. So Shahid facing up to Amir. He has taken one wicket so far, full toss, and he drives through the widest mid wicket. Will be a couple of runs, and the two fieldsmen are pursuing the ball, and one stopped the boundary line, and he picked up and throws it into the bowler's hand. It's two more runs. So 58 for the loss of one wicket. Shahid is now put on 28, facing up to Amir. He comes in, ball to Shahid off the back foot and plays it back to the bowlers. He picked up on his follow through, no runs again. 58 for 1, Netsol. Shahid facing up to Amir. This time on driven. And once again, they will try hard to pick up the second run. No, it's stopped by the teammates to send him back on his crease. So one more. It's 59 now for the loss of one wicket. Muhammad Shahzad is also not out on 17 and building up a good partnership along with Muhammad Shahid. Next delivery, Shahzad drives into the short mid wicket, and the fielder was there, and he picked the ball and throws it into the bowler's hand. And the next delivery, he turned it away past his square leg, and just a single. It's 61 now. 61 for the loss of one wicket. Now Khalid is Shahid facing up to the next delivery of Amir. He drives, took a one step and plays it gently into the offside, and he just gets a single. It's 62, end of the over number 8. 62 for the loss of one wicket. 8 overs has just completed. Shah facing the first delivery of the fresh over. The batsman picked up a single. हाँ 14 over. Hassan, and he comes in ball to Shahzad. And he swings it around down to the deep mid wicket, and the fieldsman gets under it and picked up nicely and throws it into the bowler's end. It's just a single. Once again off the back foot, and he picked up a single. It's 64 for the loss of one wicket. Shahid now, he's not at on 30, facing up to the next delivery. The batsman takes a single. He's given by Javed Ashraf, raised his finger, and that's the end of the innings of Shahid. If Shahzad is out, he was just front of the wicket, and the umpire Javed Ashraf has raised his finger and given him out. So big disaster for the Netsol. Both the batsmen were well settled, and Shahzad, who trying to play that one, and the ball just front on his pad, and finally he is given, so he is out. Coming back into the pavilion, he just made 15 runs. And Hamad Aziz picked up his first wicket of his very first over. Shahzad made 15 runs. So 2 wickets torn. It's 64 for the loss of 2 wickets, and this is the ninth overs of the innings. So it's a new man in. It's Fraz Hassan facing up to Hamad Aziz. He comes in, and the batsman scare cut down to the deep cover, and he picked up second runs. He's off the mark. It's 66 now. 66 for the loss of 2 wickets. Faraz Hassan, he's off the mark. It's 2. Faraz is also the skipper of Netsol. He also performed magnificently in his 4 overs bowling spell. He got 4 for 25. Now he has a big chance to receive the man of the match if he display the batting, and he picked up 2 runs in very first delivery. He is not out on 2. 66 for the loss of 2 wickets by Netsol. So skipper Rai Hassan has been brought back into the attack. First delivery outside the off stump, wide called. No, it's no ball called by umpire Hassan Mahmood. 67, 67 for the loss of 2 wickets. And the next delivery, he pulls down to the deep square leg, and that is going to be 6. Shahid hits in the third 6 of the innings. He's not at on 36. It's 73 for the loss of 2 wickets by Netsol. Slight hold up the play, some conversation between the umpires and the skipper of UCS. Shahid is not out on 39, who hits the 6 in the previous delivery. And the score is going to be 73 for the loss of 2 wickets. Rai Hassan. So he has removed himself from his spell. Now he has given the bowling to his teammate after the contribution action, and he is coming back into the deep mid wicket for the fielding. So it's Kashif in the place of him. He will bowl remaining 5 balls to Shahid. He is not out on 39, facing up to the next delivery of the back foot. Punch down to the deep cover. Will get a couple of runs. He would like to take the second one. And here's come return very rapidly. And he picked up nicely. So 2 moves. He moves now to 41. And score is 75 now for the loss of 2 wickets. Kashif comes in, ball to Shahid, short, and he punched once again in the similar fashion, but straight into the fielder at deep cover, and he just takes a single. So 76 now for the loss of 2 wickets. Shahid moves now to 42. Now skipper facing up to the next delivery. He picked up a single, played it quite comfortably into the long off area, and he just takes a single. So 77 for the loss of 2 wickets. And the next delivery, facing by Shahid, he pulled, but without too much power behind the stroke. Once per second, he will have to hurry, and he picked up finally very nicely. It's 79 for 2. Shahid is not out on 44, just 1 stroke away of his 50, not out on 44. So it's 79 after the finishing of 10 overs and 79 runs on the board. So Hamad Aziz will be to continue with the stand beaten, the ball ricocheting the gloves of the wicketkeeper, running down to the deep third man, and the batsman picked up two. It was a possible chance, but misused by the wicketkeeper. The ball ricocheting on his gloves, and two more runs. So Fraz has survived. He's not at on five, facing up to Ahmad Aziz. He comes in. Right arm ball to Fraz. He tucks it away past his scale gap, and he will get a couple of runs. And here's come return into the wicket keeper, and he picked up two more runs. He's not at on seven, and score moves now to 83 for the loss of two wickets. Kashif, he comes in, ball to Fraz, swept 9-3 down to the fine leg, will get another two runs perhaps, and the fieldsman just picked the ball and throws it into the wicketkeeper, and he just takes two more runs. 85 for the loss of two wickets. Fraz, he has taken four wickets for his teammate. He picked up four for 25, and the next year he plays it quite consciously back to the bowlers, and there is no addition in the total. 85 for the loss of two wickets. That goes Kashif reaching the top of his mark, balls to Fraz, and he square cut try to that one. The ball gets the edge of his bat, runs down to the short third man, and he gets another single. It's 87. It's 86 for the loss of two wickets. Now Shahid is just 6 runs off away for completing his 50. He comes in now, the ball to Shahid. He turned it away past the short mid wicket. End of the 11th overs. He just finished his quota perhaps also. No, it's 2 overs remaining. Hamad Aziz 2 overs, and he given away 12 runs and picked up 1 wicket. So 11 overs has completed, and score is 86 for the loss of 2 wickets. Kashif will be to continuing to bowl to Fraz. Comes in, ball to Fraz, drives that one. That's a well picked up on his follow through. Nicely picking by Kashif, and there is no addition in the total. 86. Next year we wrapped on his pad, but down the leg side, no peel, but he survived. 86 for the loss of 2 wickets. Next he pulls that one down to the deep square leg and picked up a single. It's 87 for the loss of 2 wickets. Now Shahid, he's not out on 44. And the next he drives beautifully, square of the wickets. One ball, no, it's gone for 6. That is 50. He is not out on 50. Such a fine innings now from Shahid. He is not out on 50. This is his fourth 6 of the innings. Such a brander. He played so well today. He is not out on 50 runs with the help of 4 sixes and 2 fours. He just faced 29 deliveries, facing up the next delivery, and he takes on his pad, loud appeal, but disallowed by umpire Hassan Mahmood. It's leg byes. It's 94 for the loss of 2 wickets. Fraz facing up the next delivery, he turned it away past the long leg, will get 2 more runs. And now it's just a single because the fieldsman quite alert there and picked and throws it into the wicketkeeper. It's a 95, end of the over number 12. And just 8 overs remaining. Ahmad Aziz will be to continue 2 overs where he has given away 12 runs and got 1 wicket. Fraz facing up to him. He comes in and he bowls to Fraz. He lifted hard and high. There's a chance for a caught. Yeah, oh, it's dropped there. Ball just popped on his hand. And that's the very vital breakthrough. They can achieve that. But finally, the fieldsman dropped the catch at long off of Fraz. Now Shahid facing up to Hamad. And once again, the chance for a catch at long on. And another catch drop there. Oh, what a sensational moments for the UCS. They dropped the 2 catches. One of Faz, another one is Shahid. So
No, guess what?
100 up now, 100 for the loss of 2 wickets. In next review, the batsman takes a single, plays it into the short mid wicket. 101 now for the loss of 2 wickets. This is the 13th overs. Hamad reaching the top of his mark. He comes in, ball to Fraz. Comes in, ball to Fraz. He cuts that one down to the deep backward point. The batsman will get a couple of runs and return comes in from the fielder at the backward point. He picked up 2 runs. (103) now for the loss of 2 wickets. Ahmad comes in, ball to Faz, right arm, ball to Faz, and once again he beaten all them up and the ball went through to the wicket keepers and there's no runs. And he swings it around down to the deep mid wicket, no chance for the fielder, and the ball rapidly moved into the boundary line, and that's going to be 4 runs. 107 now for the loss of 2 wickets. End of the over number 13. So 13 overs just completed and 107 for the loss of 2 wickets. So Kashif will be to continuing from the National Stadium and to bowl to Shahid outside the off stump. No signaling from umpire Hassan Mahmood for the wide. It's Kashif once again reaching the top of his mark. Bowl to Shahid. Off the back foot, plays it back to the bowlers. Nicely picked up on his follow through. And no addition in the total, which is 107 for the loss of 2 wickets. Next delivery. He lifted well down to the deep wide down. That's going to be a 6. 5th 6 of the innings from Muhammad Shahid. He's not out on 58 now. And score moves now to 113 for the loss of 2 wickets. Next delivery, he turned it away past the short mid wicket and he gets a single. 114 for the loss of 2 wickets. Now Fraz, he is not out on 14th. Off the back foot, punched down to the deep extra cover, picked up another single. 115 now for the loss of two wickets. So just 33 runs required. So 14 over has completed and 115 now for the loss of two wickets by Netsol. So 51 runs partnership for the third wicket between Fraz and Shahid has just completed. Both the batsmen added 51 runs for the third wicket. So Hamad, perhaps this is his last over of his quota. He has given away 24 runs and captured one wicket. He comes in now from the Collagen, ball to Fraz. He takes on his pad, appealing from Hamad, but disallowed by umpire. And the next delivery flights one up and he drives through the long one. He will get a single only because the fielders was quite alert there. And he picked the ball, throws it into the bowler's end. He picked up a single. 116 now. 116 for the loss of two wickets. Now Shahid, he has a chance to get some quick runs in remaining overs. Next delivery. And over the top of the short middle wicket fielder, he picked up very nicely, picked and throws it into the bowler's end. Fine piece of fielding. And the batsman finally gets a single. Two more runs. 118 now. 118 for the loss of two wickets. Hamad bowls to Kashyap, turn it away past the short mid wicket, and he picked up a single. 119, 119 for two. Fraz facing up to next delivery. He comes off the back foot, finally. Very fine piece of fielding on his follow through by a bowler. 119 for the loss of two wickets. Hamad comes in ball to Fraz off the back foot. Once again, good delivery and first to batsman played back foot and he picked up nicely on his follow through. And there is no runs. End of the over number 15 and score is 119 for the loss of two wickets.
पहनना वापस आ जाना वापस
So Kashyap will be to continue. He comes in, ball to Shahid, beaten, and the ball ricocheting the gloves of the wicketkeeper, and the batsman picked up a single. We have wait for the umpire signal. It's a bias. 120. So 28 runs required. Off the back foot, and he pulled down to the deep right edge mid on, and he picked up a single. 121 for the loss of two wickets. Plenty of wickets in hand, and they are in commanding position. The next delivery, and he pulled down to the deep square leg, and he takes a single. 122 for the loss of two wickets. Kashif bowled to Fras, quicker one, and he steers it away down to the deep dish backward point, and he picked up two more runs, and here's come the turn into the bowler's end. Both the batsmen picked two more runs. So score moves now to 124 now for the loss of two wickets. It's flights one off. He made the full toss and plays it into the long on, and he just takes a single. 125 for the loss of two wickets, and this is the 16th overs in progress. And this time he drives to the deep mid wicket, and he gets a single. Kasser, he comes in, balls to Fras. He comes down the wicket, plays it over the top of the fielder at the long off, and will be stopped, and the batsman picked up two more runs. 130, 130 for the loss of two wickets. Another 18 runs behind in remaining 2 overs. Kasser, right arm, he comes in, bowls to Fraz, outside the off stump, wide called by umpire Jubaid Ashraf. It's 131 for the loss of two wickets. 131 for four.
So out in.
And the next delivery, the batsman plays it back to the bowlers and picked up another single. 132 for the loss of two wickets. This is the 17th overs, which is bowling by
Yes, sir.
Kasser. He comes in, ball to Shahed. He lifted hard and high into the deep fighters mid wicket. We have wait for the umpire signal. This is a six. This is the sixth six of his innings, and he has already hit two fours. He is not out on 72. What a fine knock from Shahid. (138) for the loss of two wickets. Only 10 runs required to win this match. After this, 3 overs has to come. Kasser once again getting ready to bowl to Shahid. He's not out on 72. Over pitched, and he played nicely into the long off, and he picked up a single. He's not out on 73 now. 139 for the loss of 2 wickets. Just 9 runs behind now. Short, and he's pulled it away down to the deep backward square leg. There's no chance for the fielder, and the ball has crossed the boundary line, and that's another boundary. 143 now for the loss of 2 wickets. He's not out on 33, and he has also captured 4 wickets for 25 runs. He's the match contender for the man of the match award, and comes in third. Next delivery, he plays it square of the wickets into the offside, and he takes a single. 143, end of the over number 17. Just 4 runs required. Very good all-round performance shown by Faraz, Captain Mark also. On the other hand, if we see that Muhammad Shahid, who is also playing a horrible knock, is not out on 73. Yeah, Shahid. He just fared 43 ball, and he's not out on 73. Just boundary away, and comes down the wicket track and lifted into the long on. That's a victory for the Netsol, and they have won the match by the margin of a huge margin, 8 wickets, and that's a splendid victory for Netsol. All the credit goes to both the batsmen. They build up a magnificent partnership for the third wicket. 84 runs added for the third wicket partnership. Faraz and Shahid displayed a wonderful knock. Particularly Shahid is not out on 73, and 77 not out, while Faraz Hassan is not out on 37. So congratulations to the Netsol to win this first match of third Premier Super League cricket tournament, which is being played here in the LCCA cricket ground. Shahid is not out on 73, and Faraz Hassan is not out on 38.
Target 38 4 out. Faraz साहब का